These video modules have been created at the Pacific Institute of Languages, Arts and Translation to help trainers and translators in the Pacific who want to learn more about their languages and linguistics.
In this video, we will look at the way people use the terms first person, second person and third person to talk about different features in languages. To begin with, if we are talking about someone, like this gentleman, we say he is the third person. Even if we are talking about several people, we still say they are the third person. We do not say they are the third people. We even say a dog, a cat, or a chair is the third person if they are something we are talking about. The third person tells us it is something or someone we are talking about rather than talking to. When people are telling stories about something that happened to someone else, they usually use the third person most of the time. In English stories, that means you will hear lots of words like he or him, she or her, it, they and them. These are all called third-person pronouns. Things get a bit more complicated in a story when someone is talking to someone else. Right now, as you watch this video, I am talking to you, even though I don't know you and you don't know me. I am the first person, and you are the second person. And all the toy Lego men and the dog, cat and chair on the screen are still the third person. Whether you are one person or several people listening to me, you are still the second person, and I am the first person. Let's look at some Lego people talking to each other and see this again.
I am the first person, and you are the second person.
The first person and the second person do not change even if there are several people speaking to several other people. The ones who are speaking are still the first person, and the ones who are being spoken to are the second person.
We are the first person, and you all are the second person.
We can see the first person clearly in English when we see or hear the first person pronouns. I or me, and we or us. In English, we do not have so many second person pronouns. The person or people being spoken to are always you, whether there is one person or many people. Many other languages have different words for you when you are talking to one person compared to you when you are talking to many people. Remember that the people who are speaking are the first person, the people they are speaking to are the second person, and all the people and things in the top corner who are not part of this conversation are still the third person. Now, what happens when our men speak back to the women?
Now we are the first person, and you all are the second person.
Although the first person and second person have switched over, notice that the people who are speaking are still the first person, although now this is the men. And the people who are being spoken to are still the second person, although this is now the women. The people in the corner are still the third person. If you understood this, you should have got the concept, but let's review it one more time. The first person is the person or people who are speaking. We recognize the first person with English words like I, me, my, we, us, and our. The second person is the person or people who are being spoken to. We recognize the second person with English words like you and your. And the third person is anyone or anything else that is not part of the conversation. That is, anything that is not the speaker or the person being spoken to. We recognize the third person when people use English words like he, him, his, she, her, hers, it, its, they, them, and their. Why is this relevant to translation? You will have different words for first, second, and third person from English. Think about the words you use. Be particularly careful when translating the English word you, because most languages have different words for one person or many people in the second person, as in tokpisin you and yupla. So you need to make sure that you use the correct one in the context.